What's up YouTube, Jayover here of Arrowroot Gaming, greeting you all with a good day. It's 9 p.m. here in the Philippines, and for today's video, we will be doing the weekly challenge for the content creator contest. So for this week's challenge, the concept of the video will be the new Cairos Dungeons, what you see there, and we will be talking about the runes and the artifacts present in each dungeon, right? So now, with the new massive update, the Giants, Dragons, Necro have been changed to a single element. Now that Giants is purely on water, Dragons purely on fire, and Necropolis purely on dark element, you can farm or you can build team based on the elemental advantage of your monsters. Now, we all know that water is weaker than wind, fire is weaker than water, and dark and light is weaker interacts with each other. Alright, now runes and artifacts is the main thing that we need to progress in the game. We grind or farm every single day to get juicy stats or juicy runes for our monsters or for the monsters that we are playing. Alright, so now we will be talking what they are dropping in this dungeon. So the Giants drops Despair, Energy, Lethal, Blade, and Swift set. Giants also drops material stuff such as Rune Piece, Symbol of Harmony, Symbol of Transcendence, and Symbol of Chaos. Now, so these materials can be used to craft additional runes. So you will use this when you are crafting runes, specifically when you are crafting any runes that you progress in the game. So now, these are considered also these runes, the Despair, Energy, Lethal, Blade, and Swift are considered the early game set because these are the first 5 runes that you will be farming when you are progressing in the game. On the other hand, Dragons drops Violent, Focus, Guard, Endure, Shield, and Revenge set. So they also drop Rune Pieces, Symbol of Harmony, Symbol of Transcendence, and Symbol of Chaos for you to craft more runes. Alright? So now these rune sets, the Violent and the Revenge are the much more needed in some of the monsters. Alright, while in the late game part or in the mid game, you would want to farm for more violent runes to get the juicy runes for your monsters to proc more. So violent runes gives you additional or get extra turn at 22%, so additional turn for 22%, and this is used when you need monsters to attack more frequently to finish a content. On the other hand, the Necropolis dungeon drops the Rage set, Will set, Nemesis, Vampire, and Destroy set. So these runes are considered the late game runes in which you will need the Rage set to boost or to give your monsters the boosted crit damage for maximum potential, for maximum damage. Alright? So now, with these dungeons up and running, you would think which dungeon is the best to farm first as an early game player. Alright? So as an early game player, you would want to farm or to keep on farming Giants until you get the juicy runes, Despair, and Swift to finish the TOA or the Trial of Ascensions. Right? So the Trial of Ascensions, once you finish the Trial of Ascensions normal, you would want to shift to the Dragons dungeon to farm for violent runes because you would need the Violent, Revenge, and the Focus set to give to your monsters for the TOA hard, for the Trial of Ascensions hard mode. Now, so once you finish the Trial of Ascension hard, you will now be moving on Necropolis, which you will need the Rage set to boost the attack for the raid. You need Rage set for specific monsters to give maximum damage to the element raid bosses when you enter it. The Rift raid will be dropping different materials for you to craft different runes, monsters, and buildings for your island. So you might be thinking, when should you be farming your artifacts? So artifacts should be farmed when you are building a consistent or much more efficient team. So once you've farmed for giants for a couple of months, you would want to build a faster team for the B10. So though it can be achieved with the Rage rune set, the efficiency is much more faster if you can farm for artifacts when you are building a speed and consistent team. Alright, so if you can finish the Giants B12 quickly, because the Giants B12 has a boss that hits hard, you might need, or you want to give much more focus in the artifacts on this stage. That's why on the early games, when you are venturing on the Giants, you would want to finish B10, then move to Trial of Ascension Normal, then move to Dragons B10, then move to Toa Hard, then up and running in the Necropolis B10 to get the Juicy Rage set, then go back to the Giants B11 and B12. Alright, so if you can't finish B11 and B12 with the runes that you have, you will need to farm the Steel Fortress and Punisher's Crypt to get the artifact that you need to progress more in the game. So these dungeons have a special requirement to be finished. You just need to get those juicy runes in the Giants B10 until you can get or you can finish the Steel Fortress to progress much more faster in the game. So you would want to farm for runes because the runes gives you additional boost in the attack, generally attack HP of your monsters. Though the attributes or the artifacts gives you boost in the skills, the difference of the two will be so great that it will be much more efficient if you farm for runes compared to farming artifacts. Because if you keep farming on artifacts while your runes are not that great, the boost in the damage that you deal on the monster will not be significant. So you will need juicy runes, good runes for your monsters to hit more harder in the dungeons. Alright, so the artifacts are there to support your monsters in terms of when they need additional stats such as health, defense, or attack to deal more damage. So you need keep on farming the Giants B10 to get those juicy runes until you are venturing B11 and B12. This is all true in the two other dungeons when you need to finish the B11 and B12 in these. I hope that this video gave you a clear mindset on what you should be finishing first. Alright, so I'll repeat. Finish first the Giants until B10, then move to Trial of Ascensions, then move to B12 or to Dragons B10, then move to Dragons B10, then finish the Trial of Ascension hard, then finish the Necropolis B10 to get those juicy runes and venture the Steel Fortress and Punisher's Crypt for additional stats when you need to venture on the B11 and B12 dungeon. So attribute or artifacts gives you additional stats for your monsters too. Alright, so this is the new update. So artifacts are greatly needed when you are venturing in the B11 and B12. So it is not that important when you are venturing for B10s. Alright, I repeat, it is not important to venture or to farm for artifacts when you are only venturing in B10. So if you need to farm for B11 and B12, that's the time that you need to farm for artifacts suited for your monsters. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and share, and support the channel by liking the video and commenting down below your thoughts on what should you be doing or what is important for you to farm in the early. Again, this is Jai Hovero of Arrowroot Gaming, greeting you all with a good day. Alright, I stream on Facebook Monday to Friday, links in the description down below, so kindly check me out. And if you have some questions, feel free to drop by in the stream, and I'll see you guys as always. Thank you for watching. Happy. Ayun! Ayun! Uy!